TRIBECAST, baby, with Tribecast and JUSTJOSH. Let's get it in.
Bro, yo, that had everything in it. The interrogation, the dogs, the gas mask. I was like, man.
Hell's yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I'm pouring my drink, y'all. Getting some water in the cup. I'm running a little late. My son just got his first car and he pulls up in the driveway. And my first car was a white station wagon, man. It was a Cavalier wagon. I put triple deep dish rims on that joint and everything, man. It was crazy. So my son pulls in. You know, my first son, my oldest, he pulls in and it's a white station wagon. I'm like, what? This Bama trying to be like me. You know what I mean? But he had a nice ass joint, man. I was like, oh shit, let's get it. Let's get it home, boy. So I'm happy for him, man.
I had a 1985 Ford Thunderbird, bro, and I love that thing. It's the raggedest thing on the planet, but I loved it.
right.
Yeah, man.
I loved mine too, and it ran good, but come on, man. Your first car, a Cavalier station wagon, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying?
You know? Yeah,
man, I put such big tires on it that nobody could sit in the back seats because the fucking fenders would rub the tires. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to do it, man. It's your first whip.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. What up, chat? I salute y'all. I see y'all out there. What's going on with y'all?
Bam. What is going on, man? Hey, Trump's having a rally right now.
Man, no bullshit, y'all. No bullshit. I heard some shit today. Well, I seen it on Tim Pool, right? He said something about, if Trump gets in office, he's gonna fire 50,000 government, whatever. And you know what I'm saying? I got hype. I was like, that's what I want to hear. Yeah. That's what I want to cut the government in half right off the bat. See you, holla at you. But when I clicked on the Tim Pool video to hear what he had to say, and as soon as I started watching it, I looked over at Niecy and I was like, what if DeSantis ends up being like vice president running with Trump? They would be like a hell of a ticket. You know what I mean? And then boom, Tim Pool starts talking about it. And I'm like, oh shit, we on the same page, brother.
Yeah. That would be unstoppable. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, that'd
be monstrous. That'd be monstrous.
Hey, but another thing that I heard was, so Trump was doing his rally, but then Pence was doing a rally too, a competing rally. bro.
What for the Democrats?
Come on, bro.
Man, I don't trust Pence as far if he ain't he's a swamp dude, man.
Hey, man. Hey, if the shoe fits, wear it. That's all I got to say.
We might get a little. We might talk about some shit tonight. Y'all might hear me talk some shit like y'all ain't never heard before. Cause I heard Trump gonna fire 50,000 people. I'm damn near ready to go do like rallies for him and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that shit before. Boom!
What up, Hutch? What's going on?
Now we talking. And I got the TRIBECAST over here. I like it. Hutch, my brother.
What's going on, y'all?
What up? Good to see you, man. Hell yeah.
Living a dream.
I'm ready to go vote, man. Fuck that shit. I don't give a shit. And I just want him to keep that one promise. I don't give a shit what else he does. I don't care. If you fire 50,000 government motherfuckers, I'm in. I'm in.
We heard that shit before, man.
I don't care. I love hearing it, man. Shit, everybody fall for something. I'm gonna fall for this. If I hear 50,000 government officials is gone, I'm with you.
Hey, I don't want to be the one that rains on your parade, but
you won't be the first.
There's 900, right? 900,000 people that work for the government. 50,000 could technically just be him getting rid of the post office or the IRS.
That's why I love Hutch.
It's a start. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking start. Shit.
Appreciate that.
I just want my gas prices back, man. Man, fuck these $5.50 a gallon bullshit. These motherfuckers out their mind can't find a steak in the damn store. Eggs $17 for a dozen. Man, that's some bullshit.
Oh,
man.
We ain't bought eggs in like a month because it's like, oh damn, I ain't paying that.
Yeah, ridiculous.
$7 for 2 dozen eggs. No,
ridiculous, man, ridiculous.
Every time I leave the house, it's $60-$70. Gotta put gas in the car. Gotta, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get this, gotta get that. And it's like, damn, I've told myself I'm staying in the house. It ain't worth it.
Yeah, I hear you. Man, you want to hear something else that's crazy as shit? Chat. Y'all got to feel me on this. Y'all got to feel me. Why is Lily's and Michigan Post all one chat? Damn, it's all one chat. They like connected and shit.
What happened?
That's wild. Michigan Outpost and Lily, y'all got the.
What up,
is that the same on y'all's? Is it showing? They're like the same. They don't have no split in between. Anyway, let me tell y'all this. Y'all if y'all feel me on this,
all right,
y'all gonna be like, holy shit, no shit. So Mayor and Browser from DC is complaining about the immigration, about people coming across the border and coming into DC. She said she can't afford to do whatever. There's too many of them. It's out of control, and she can't afford to deal with them. Not only her, but you got to feel me on this. These are heavily Democratic people. Not only her, but the New York mayor is complaining about it also.
No, man, that can't happen.
Yes. They and we all know that they the first ones, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let everybody in, blah, blah, fucking blah, or whatever the fuck. Fuck Trump in his fucking wall, but boom, now look at him. Lily, I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
They never thought anybody would call their bluff on that. I mean, you claimed sanctuary city for so many years, and somebody's like, all right, bet. Let's see how big of a sanctuary you got. Let's fill that bitch up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No doubt. And they're shipping them up to DC and shit. Like Texas is busing, people coming across the border. They're busing them to different places and shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of them are getting shipped right up here to DC. You know what I mean?
We fixed our problem. We're trying to send them.
It's crazy,
man.
It's
like those things is like they got a million talking points when it's halfway across the country, but when it's actually affecting them for real, they're like, oh damn, maybe I shouldn't have said that bumper sticker slogan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, man. There's a lot going on, man. Hey, how's the heat? How's the heat over there, Hutch? Doing all right?
102 today.
Woo! Bro, it's 100.
Every day this week is over 100, and every day next week is over 100.
Is this not? It's not normal, is it? This,
We're like 10 degrees above what it should be.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a heat wave going on here too. It was like it said 96. I didn't look at it yesterday, but I'm thinking it was probably like 98.
Man, get out of here.
And then it feels 100. You know what I'm saying?
You hear him, Hutch? Hutch, do you hear
Right.
him? We got like 111, bro. The grass is dying.
You got hoodie breath.
You can't be outside for more than 5 minutes. I'm like, no, this ain't gonna
Hell,
work.
I haven't mowed my yard in a month, and I have zero growth. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
we ain't getting no water, we ain't getting nothing.
Me neither.
I heard Texas going through some shit. I know all about Lake Mead and this and that and this and that. You know, out there in where the casinos are and shit. Las Vegas, there's a lake out there. That's. But I heard Texas is getting stomped too, man. I'm watching these things with these farmers and different things, man. There's a lot of noise coming out of Texas talking about they running out of water too.
It's stupid, man.
I seen it. Who was it? The guy on the nightly news that looks like a dark-skinned Stallone. He's got the lip thing where only half of his mouth moves. I can't remember his name. Shit. But he started calling it the same thing that Oregon and Washington had last year, that heat dome.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they call it down there in Texas now.
Makes you wonder, you know what I'm saying? Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
What these motherfuckers are doing to us, man.
Hey, Mama Bear needs to come up here one day.
Mama Bear, what up?
She needs to come up here, man. One day.
I see y'all. She don't like live streams, man.
Really?
Nah, she don't like the live streams, but I think we should try to like pay her off or something.
Why not?
Get a bunch of money together so she can't make her an offer she can't refuse.
Yeah. We got 1,000-mile bags for you.
right. Decorated ones.
Hey, because you heard about that too with the Mylar bags, like supposedly, you know what I'm saying, like they're going.
Yeah, they hitting it up. We looked into it too because I think it was Mama Bear who put out the video on it.
Yeah,
that's where I first seen it, and Nisi did some research into it, and it looks like they're going to be hitting up everything that has like a pattern on it or has like a cartoon face or anything like that, like the regular ones that we usually use.
Yeah.
That, but I don't even trust that, you know, because when you go researching, they're gonna lie to you too. So you just don't know if they're when you hear they're hitting something up, right, you better watch it all for real. You know what I mean?
I put my order in. Yeah, I got them.
I mean, they're hitting up the dudes, man, the cart and buggy dudes with the horses and shit.
The Amish.
Yeah, the Amish, man.
Bro,
they hitting up.
Safe.
I know.
Look, hey. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say them Bammers, man, they don't ever get fucked. Like they're like off the, you know what I mean? Like you don't fuck with the Amish, man.
You don't.
The Amish, hey, I'll tell you something about the Amish though. Them dudes and you don't want to fuck with them Bammers, man. Them Bammers can kick a ass. You know what I'm saying? Like they cock strong as fuck and will whoop your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? They carry around wads of money too, big ass wads of money, but you don't want to run up on them. They have no problem stomping you into the ground. They will just immediately beat the shit out you. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So they hardcore.
Yes, sir. And the Mennonites, good Lord.
They're supposed to be pacifist, but I've been cussed out by a few Amish.
Nah,
yeah. They don't even believe in like killing somebody if they're protecting themselves. Like it's like they would go ahead and die instead of killing somebody else. That's wild to me, man.
I'm just saying. I didn't say it, but I'm just saying, like that's, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. That's kind of wild. Wild.
Thou shalt not kill.
Carbon Q, what up?
That's the start of attacking that lifestyle. You know what I mean? Because I mean, a lot of us aspire to be homesteaders, survivalists, blah blah blah. You know, all the ists that come along with this kind of lifestyle and shit. Yeah. But nobody pays attention if you stop a couple communities of Amish from getting rid of some food here and there to a regular person. Nobody's gonna pay attention to that because it's just the Amish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how what they say the slippery slope example. That's how it starts, man.
Yeah, and I would think that the Amish would be an easy target for the government just because they don't have lawyers. They don't deal with society like we do. So if the feds run in on them, it's a whole different story than if they ran in on us and we could, somehow battle with them in ways. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. What up,
Oh,
G?
Yeah, you ain't gonna have no Waco with the Amish.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, I just want to say this. Trump, you talking about Trump.
Trump 2024. Trump 2024.
But I don't know where this came from, but apparently there's gonna be a whole lot of Trump tonight. Hey, I'm telling you, if Trump, look, I'm listening. This is what I'm listening for with Trump. If he starts talking about climate change and the Green Deal and going any way in that direction, I know exactly what time it is. I'm just saying. If he just utters climate change, then I already know what time it is. I'm just saying.
Right.
How's the bike, Hutch? How's the bike?
I'm with you. Anybody who preaches that climate change anymore, like I have zero respect for you, and your word means not a damn thing to me. You know what I mean?
Seriously, they're killing our food. Livestock, whatever. They're getting rid of that. You know what I'm saying? I saw something else where they were saying like it was a different country, but they needed to start. Yeah, my internet's tripping. If my mic sounds funny, seriously, my internet has been just doing crazy things today, big time. I'm hardwired and it's still tripping. Yeah.
So what y'all think about this this climate change emergency that he might put into place to issue in martial law and all kinds of other ungodly things? You know what I mean?
I want to tap into that, man. If y'all don't mind.
Me too.
Because I gotta ask this question right here. If they're so worried about the climate and that they have to attack us in every way that we live, why in the hell are they supporting China by doing 90% of their business with China, selling China fucking oil, when China is the #1 country in the world that's destroying the climate? You know what I'm saying? So how can America completely back the shit out of China, send all our products over there to get worked on and have all our businesses done in China and then ship back to us and all this shit, sell our oil reserves to these Bamas, and then they're going to sit here and say that we got a climate emergency? Well, if we got a climate emergency, you better do something about China.
Yeah.
Facts. Press one.
Nancy Pelosi's scared to fly over there right now because China said they'll shoot her off the sky. Get out of here with that. Come on, man.
Man, let's all chip in. Let's all chip in and buy her a ticket real quick, first class.
Right.
Bro,
Shipper.
She said it. No. Potato said it. He was worried that there could be some type of like militaristic action if she went over there. Is she going? I don't know if she's still going or not, but here's
a random ass question I've been thinking for the last, I don't know, however long.
Right.
But where are the solar panels and all this stuff for all this new energy that they want to start pushing? Like, are those made in America, or are the actual materials for solar panels and stuff, like, does that come from
I can give you that information. I can give you that information, Nisi. Wasn't it 76% of solar panels are made in China?
What?
76% of solar panels made in China.
We don't make anything anymore.
It almost seems like it's orchestrated on purpose.
Put it in the chat. Lithium batteries also. How much percentage? 75. Let's just say 75% comes out of China. Lithium batteries.
And you figure they've already got locks on, because what lithium mines come from only a few places in the world, right? There's a few places in Africa, a few places in the Middle East, and a few places in China. And isn't it crazy that they technically, unofficially own Ethiopia now, where there's some mines? They sponsor Al Qaeda or whoever the fuck it is that just took over where we left at. You know what I mean? It seems to be a crazy coincidence that they're getting a lock on all this anti-oil industry money, and that seems to be what we're all pushing for over here. Is let's let's go with all the stuff that's made by foreign people. That makes the most fucking logical sense.
Yeah. And why? What? All this is going on, and we're giving them our gas reserves while we're paying $5.50 a fucking gallon. What?
Man.
It doesn't make. I'm telling you, man, it doesn't make no sense. If this doesn't wake Americans up and the world up to see what the fuck these crooked motherfuckers are doing on a daily basis, I don't know what can.
Yeah.
If you still want these son of a bitches in office instead of somebody else, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. I really don't, man. I'm mind fucked to think that any American could sit here and say, no, that motherfucker, no, can't do that. We got to keep this month. No, man, no. These motherfuckers got to go.
It's hard to get people who live week to week to be concerned about the future. You know what I mean? Don't worry about what could happen 10, 20 years from now. Worry about what you can get your hands on right now within the next couple days before that check runs out. Don't worry about what's going to happen 2 months from now. Don't worry about what's going to happen 2, 3 years from now. Worry about now. Look, it's shiny and it's cheap. Here, just buy it. Just buy it. Just buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard something I thought was kind of, eye-opening also, but it's gotten so bad that we've even we have our tentacles into Europe with this climate change thing, to the point as to where they're strangling themselves with this climate stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They may not have. I think Nordstrom with the Nord Stream, it's going to be running at 40% or some a lower percentage, but they are going to allow the fuel to start flowing to Europe. So that, you know what I'm saying? But bro, it's all about climate change. They're strangling themselves over this climate change stuff. So it makes me wonder, yeah, this is an agenda. I'm not going to lie to you. And is it just a Western agenda? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I've been looking at some shit, man. This past week, I started looking into some shit. You know what I'm saying? And there is some wild, when you really look at the motherfuckers that survey shit and are really looking at the shit, it's mind-boggling what these motherfuckers are doing. Their motherfuckers are in cahoots. The motherfuckers are in cahoots, man. You can't tell me no different. You can't tell me that the leaders, and that's why, we all know it goes up to them big money, big, Rothschild motherfuckers and shit like that, man, because these hierarchy some bitches, man, they are in cahoots, whether it be North Korea, Russia, USA, Australia. The only ones they don't really worry about too much are them real broke ass countries. They don't give a shit about Venezuela. He's like a drug dealer over there that's running a small little state, and he's making some money off of some oil. They don't care about that dude. There's, these Saudi Arabians, they big money. They got big power, and they're really learning how much power they have. Whereby, the president of the United States can go over there, and they be like, nah, motherfucker, we ain't doing shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were Russia. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. What up, Big B? What's going on with you?
Hey, man, I found this annoying. Really annoying, right? So I had to go and get some cash out the ATM the other morning, right? I had to, do it early in the morning before work and stuff, right? So
right,
let me just run down to the ATM. So I go down to my local little bank ATM, and the first one that I see is wrapped up in black plastic. It's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that ain't working. So there's 3 there. So I go around to the other one. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I pull up, it's out of order. Something, find another location. So I'm like, come on, man. So I go around to the last one, the third one. I'm like, I know this one's going to work. Nothing. It's find another location. And then it tells me where the closest ATM is. So I have to, you know what I'm saying, drive 15 minutes out of the way to get to this other ATM. And luckily I get there and I can get some cash out. But when a lot of the things that I'm hearing now is that, seriously, we're getting away from cash. I don't know if you guys are having the same issue or you seeing this, but they're getting away from cash. And that shit almost made me think about China when I was driving to that last ATM.
They got tanks lined up at the banks, stopping motherfuckers from getting their cash. That's facts. That's facts, y'all. They brought in military tanks.
Yeah.
Threw them at the banks look, that money is no longer yours. It's an investment. It's an investment in China.
What?
Apparently, there's a few banks here in America that have been doing that the last couple months.
Really?
Where they're seizing people's assets to reinvest it for them because the bank needs it.
No.
So, yeah, like I don't know the scale in the whole story. Like I read the headline in the first paragraph, and then life happened, and I was like, "Ah, fuck these people. I don't do banks anyway."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's here. It may not be to a scale like that, but it's here. You know.
But
They want to know every dollar that you spend and where it goes and who's got it.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all know, man, we us three with others have sat up here week after week, month after month, talking about the bad shit that's coming and how it's gonna be rough. And you know, some people don't want to watch because they don't want to fucking hear it. Or it's doomsday this, it's doomsday that. But we get up on here and we chop it up, and we've been set. When we say it's gonna be bad, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of different bads. And it's all going to happen. Like, it's all these bad things are trickling down and hitting other bad things. And it's just bad thing. And yeah, there's some good things. There's some good things. I can still go to the beach and throw a fishing rod out there. I can still sit with my wife. But I'm telling you, man, shit's getting rough. What's up?
No, I was just saying, hey, you need to plug that. English Tribe. Look, hey, a lot of people like it. There's too much fear porn. There's too much this. There's too much. English Tribe is a pretty good break. You can go and just chill and check them out. So sub up to English Tribe, y'all. I'm just saying. I enjoyed the hell out of the video today, brother.
What you say, Nisi Tribe? Can you drop that link for English Tribe?
Y'all plugging the hell out of it.
Man, it was awesome.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I tried to do my thing today, man. I tried to fuck with YouTube a little bit today, man. Try to put out some good shit, man. I try, you know what I mean? I know how YouTube is, though, man. They want them videos where it's 3 seconds and then it switches, and 3 seconds, then it switches. And, you know, I ain't but so much you can do, but I tried to make it interesting, man. I tried to make it fun. And keep it real.
Awesome, bro. Seriously.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's not Missouri Lakes, but it's pretty out there where y'all are at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I got some Jones for y'all's lake waters, man. How y'all ain't got no tides and shit. Like I could come with some Jones, man. Like with y'all stagnant ass water out there, or man, y'all got Chinese fighting fish in them waters, man.
We really do. We really do.
It's rough, man. It's rough.
Them damn Asian carp, man, they're starting to take over everything.
Oh shit. Yeah, you see them on videos. Good Lord.
Really? Is that bad?
We got snakeheads. We got snakeheads going crazy out here, man. It's wild.
Snakehead.
They're like a fish that it's like the Terminator, man. They can live out of water. They're an invasive species. They can go from one lake to a pond to the river. They can like crawl across land. They kill anything. You know what I mean? They're super smart.
Okay.
Their head is as hard as iron. Like you can't stick a knife through their head, man. Like you'll break your fucking knife trying to stick it through their head. Like they're just.
They got some nice little teeth on them too, man. They got some stuff that nightmares are made out of inside that mouth.
Yeah. But they are, the only thing good about it is that they're good eating. Like I've never heard nobody say that they don't taste good. Like they supposedly taste great. And Nisi tried one. I've never tried one yet, but Nisi tried one. She said it was delicious. So
yeah,
but it is what it is, man. When the humans are moving all around and doing all this, ships coming across waters and different people going to different lands, shit gets misplaced. That's why Australia's so rough. Did y'all know that Australia was gonna kill Johnny Depp's little puppies? Johnny Depp was with Amber Heard, right? And Johnny Depp was over in Australia. So Amber Heard came to meet up with Johnny Depp and brought his 2 little Yorkshire puppies. The leader of Australia or whatever, he got on the news and said, look, if you don't get them fucking dogs out of here in 24 hours, we're going to put them down. because they have like animals in Australia, and they don't want animals coming from other lands that bring diseases and shit. So like it's very, very strict. And it's a serious thing, you know what I mean? But you in America, you hear that shit, and you're like, damn, you gonna murder my man's puppies?
Right.
And Johnny Depp and them put out a video saying sorry, and they really didn't mean to be disrespectful, and they got the dogs the fuck up out of there and shit. But it's like, wow, man, life is a crazy motherfucker, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, man, I heard something that I thought was pretty interesting this morning on the radio station while I was driving and stuff. And it was
What's up?
It was an R&B black radio station, right? And they were talking about Potato and the fact that supposedly, I guess he announced that he has cancer and the C9, C19. And bro, they were just talking and stuff, and they were like, yeah, but could you imagine if he expired and then Kamala had to be president? They'd be like, that would be horrible. You know what I'm saying? But this is a predominantly like black R&B station. You know, they were like, that would be absolutely horrible.
You would think Democrat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro,
leaning.
They were saying Michelle. I know. They were like, Michelle did more than she did, and she was just the first lady. She was more vocal in everything. She was like, Kamala hasn't done one single thing. She's like, she's useless. And I was like, this is a black station. Yeah, they were like, no, it would be horrible. We definitely don't want that.
Yeah, and they're right. It would be horrible. It would be horrific. But I don't think either one of them, whether it's her or him or Pelosi, any of these, man, I just wish they'd all just go away. Pelosi husband, come on, man. Y'all know that dude done made like what, 120, 150 million dollars.
Yeah.
And they're talking about this insider shit. Come on, you know damn well. You know damn well. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Larry, I think it's my internet, bro. I think it's my internet. I've been having serious issues with my internet for like the last 2 days, but it's even worse today. So he says I'm cutting out.
I think you're good though. It's not cutting all the way out though. Like you people can still hear you and shit. It's just not perfect. You know what I mean?
I haven't been able to play Call of Duty. I can't watch my Sling on TV. I'm like, man, what is going on between the heat and everything else? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, my hotspot has not been on for like 4 days straight. I called him last night, sat there for 45 minutes just for him to tell me, oh, it's maintenance on the deal. It'll be back on in 45 minutes. My stuff still ain't on.
Gotcha.
I seen something, man. They said a direct hit from the sun, CME. You know what I mean? So we might be dealing with that tonight too. Yeah. Niecy's work shit was fucking up today too, and her phone. Like she couldn't watch videos on her phone there for a while.
Man, yeah.
But they were working on her laptop, so it was weird.
Mm-hmm. I've been having some.
They're getting ready to silence us, man. They want to keep us quiet. They don't want us sharing ideas. They don't want us forming groups and unions throughout this country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, how's that coming with the MAG, Hutch? You were doing a series on that, the MAG. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's that coming?
What you talking about, Willie?
Bro, it was the MAG. You remember you had me on? It was a while ago. But you had me on. We were talking about like passing on like things like from father to son, land and property, and who could be in it. Who, you know what I'm saying?
No. Oh, the community deal.
Yeah, bro, that's it.
I'm getting there. You know what I mean? Okay. I had to take a step back because I've noticed that being when I first started the YouTube, I had all these ideas and things that I wanted to do and the directions I wanted to go, but that was when it was me. You know what I mean? It wasn't the distraction of all the people. Gotcha. So I got to step back and remember, like, hey, I'm in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? And then let my brain restart so I can get motivated and creative. You know what I mean? Too many distractions.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, man.
Sometimes it be like that, man. Lord have mercy, don't I know?
Life, people.
Oh, go ahead.
And sometimes, man, it's just you put in 50,000 hours of work, and it don't amount to shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's you get to the point sometimes you're like, man, fuck all that shit, man. I ain't spending 12 hours doing that bullshit, man. Fuck it, I'll just do it live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People even get on my videos. I'll do a video, spend 6 hours making that motherfucker. They're like, man, fuck all this. Give me a live, tribe. 823. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
Yeah, because your videos suck, tribe. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
Oh, I gotta tell y'all, if y'all didn't see it, I posted it on the community, man, because I ain't scared. But Timberland, man, he has this show that he does, a live stream where he plays people's beats.
Mm-hmm.
And was it last night? He had one of the worst shows he ever had, man, as far as beats. Like, not one person made it. And like 45 minutes in, he starts to play my beat. And he gave it about 3.5 seconds, maybe 4, and he roasted my ass. I mean, it was embarrassing, man. He was like looking at the funniest thing was the other dude, not Timbo, but the other dude, because the other dude's facial expressions, he just roasted the shit out of me just with his facial expressions. He was like looking all up like this. I was like, oh shit. And Timbo was like, what the fuck is this dude thinking? I'm like, oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
that's
man.
so fucked up. Niecy laughing her ass off, and I'm just sitting there in shock, right? Because I'm like, I've been on that show like 15 times hoping to get my beat played.
Yeah. So
then he plays my beat, and I'm just shocked that he's just playing my beat. So I haven't even caught up to everything that has happened. I'm just sitting there like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I went back and watched it, and I was dying laughing, man. Because, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, man, it was funny as shit, man. I put it on the community post. You can go right to it. Like, you can go right. It's a clip, so it goes right to the part where they got my ass. I was like, damn. So I got to get some better beats.
I seen that clip and I was like, oh, I gotta look at this shit. I was like, he can't be talking about Timberland, like Timberland and Magoo, like Missy Elliott, Timberland, like get the fuck out of here. I was like, oh shit, look.
Yeah. He got me, man. He got me.
He said Prepper Tribe, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey,
fuck them, no, bro. Fuck them. They gonna find out. They're gonna find out when WR hits. They gonna be like, damn, we should have listened to that motherfucker beat. Watch.
Yeah. I've been in there hitting them up, man. Like, y'all gotta play me. I got them Doomsday beats. I got them shift beats and shit like that. And I know people probably in there don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, but they see that Prepper Tribe. They kind of ignored me like for like 15 shows, man. I was like, I know it's the name, man. They don't even want to say Prepper on their show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know.
Hey, there's no such thing as bad publicity, right? It don't matter. Like, I mean, like there's some people out there who swear by Jay-Z, but I guarantee you there's at least 1 or 2 of them beats that they're like, that's ass. You know what I mean? Hey, you ain't got to be for everybody. You only got to be for the right amount. You know what I mean?
Right.
Facts.
No, I ain't. It didn't hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was just happy the motherfucker played my shit. I'm like, all right, well, at least I know now that I can get in there.
Right.
Because I haven't sent him any of my favorite beats. None of my favorite beats. I sent it all because I don't know if people are stealing shit in there. You got to put it in this beat box and everybody can go to it. I don't know if they can take shit or you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm not going to send the fire yet unless I know I can get in there. Now I know I can get in there. I'm going to send some heat. You know what I'm saying?
All right. You got a plan.
Yeah. Always.
Right. Bet. Yeah. Oh, man. There's so much going on. So much. Hey, Hutch, I went to go see this movie yesterday, right? I don't know. Have you heard of Nope? N-O-P-E? Nope. I don't think anybody has.
Huh.
Yeah. It's this UFO flick, right? Anything UFOs, UAPs, like I'm there. Aliens, I'm going to watch it. Bro, maybe I shouldn't give it away just in case. Anybody in here, are you going to watch Nope? Because if you're not, then I'm going to go ahead and
just hit that shit. Who cares?
Bro, the shit flipped me out. Look. All right, look. I left the movie theater and I felt 2 different ways. One was I was confused because I don't know what the hell I just watched. And then secondly, I was satisfied because it was a UFO flying around eating people. Bro, it was a entity. The UFO was pissed. And it was like silent, and that shit was just moving. Like it would just go away and come back, and it was silent, and it would just suck people up and just eat them. It was pissed. Yeah, man, it was different.
It was a good movie though. It was a
I
fun
don't
to
know.
watch.
I don't know.
She said, I don't
really don't know.
know.
But the visuals were really good. Yeah.
Was it like a movie theater movie or like
Yeah.
a
It's new.
screen?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a new movie theater movie.
No, I ain't
Yeah.
even heard.
Yeah, it's called Nope because you know, if you saw like some crazy shit, you'd probably be like, nope, I'm
Right.
out. Yeah. Yeah, man.
What up, Ghost? What's going on with you?
Ghost. I need to fire up my hydroponics again.
Man, I know some folks, man. I know some folks. They probably come to a prepper channel and automatically think it's gonna be like, you know, canning or starting a fire or, you know, what I got in my bug out bag and shit like that. They probably come to this joint, man. They're like, man, what the fuck is this, man? This dude ain't no damn prepper, man. This ain't no prepper channel.
That means that they're still elementary level preppers. You know what I mean?
Word.
You got to wait to that community vibe. You know what I'm saying? If you can't people, you can't survive. Plain and fucking simple.
Yeah,
So you can't have one without the other.
that's facts. That's facts. Yes,
man.
indeed.
Bro,
But in this community, man, we're also like a lot of people are so serious. You know what I'm saying? Like so very fucking serious, and you just know by when you tell a little joke or you do a little joking video, you can tell by the comments and shit. Like some people are so wrapped up in all the bad shit, they're not getting themselves away from it a little bit, or it's just who they are. They can't get away. They're way too serious. I don't want to be like that in life. Like, I gotta have some laughs, man. I gotta talk some shit. I gotta do other things besides worry about this fucking planet dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, serious on some shit. Go ahead. My bad.
Nah, you straight. Hey, what I'm seeing is that I don't know, man. I think our community is fracturing. I'm not gonna lie to you, and not just our community, but I think every community, like on YouTube, is fracturing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Seriously, we got a shit ton of people that are like, "Oh, this is just doom and gloom. I can't take it anymore. Nothing's gonna happen. Everything's gonna be all right." And so you know you kind of, but then you got the people who are like hardcore, like, yeah, this is it. This is the end. You know what I'm saying? There's no surviving this. This is the end. Do everything you need to do now.
Yeah.
And it's like it's fracturing. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm finding my groove, man, and I'm just kind of riding that groove, like, you know, it is.
See, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like the fracture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, certain people need to be in certain groups, if that makes any kind of sense. You know what I mean? Because if you're not constantly trying to find something that suits you, to fit you, then you're stagnant. You know what I'm saying? You're not moving. There's too many sheep that want to stay and be like, oh, I've been watching this guy for 7 years, and even though he's told me the exact same thing every day for the last 7 years, I'm still be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you dare say something bad about him. That's right? It. I'm unsubbing from you. You don't like the motherfucker I like. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
And see, that's like we need to go ahead and figure out where the splits are and where people's sensitive spots are and shit now. Figure that shit out now instead of trying to figure it out when you got, you know, bullets being thrown at you, when you got, you know, people trying to kick in your house when you ain't got no food in the damn grocery store.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Figure out where your trigger points are now. That way you can fix them or put yourself in a little safety bubble and try to shield yourself. You know what I mean? Like a typical sheep. You know what I mean?
It's funny when you start messing with a lot of people, you start seeing self-called conservatives being very liberal, and then you can see a lot of liberals showing their conservative selves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really shows up a lot, man. It's like, yeah, you can claim to be something all you want, but when your actions speak louder than them words, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it is what it is. Not trying to say everybody's liberal or conservative. I know there's people out there that ain't either or and all this and all that. You know, Trump 2024. That's all I'm saying. Trump 2024.
Bernie all day long.
Oh my God. Where is he? What?
He's probably in hospice. Dude's old as hell.
So every time I say Trump, the chat jumps up about 3 or 4 numbers, man. That dude's a hot spot for social media. I'm gonna make another channel, man, and just do nothing but talk good about Trump, and then do another channel and do nothing but talk bad about him. I bet you both of them bitches be monetized in like 3 days.
Sounds about
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. He's coming back, man. Regardless to what anybody says, he's coming back.
Man, at this point, I'm dead serious. At this point,
Yeah.
I would so love for him to be in office right now than the shit we're dealing with. Good Lord.
All right, fam. For anybody who watched that one video that I put out, I guess about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, about Trump being special, listen to what Prepper Tribe is saying. Say it again, Tribe. You want him to come back. Why?
Because I want my gas to be this. I want my food to be that. I want, all the things that's going on, man. Biden is just, it seems like they're trying to destroy every single fucking thing that is around us. The American lifestyle.
All right. Now let me ask you this. How competent do you feel Biden is right now? Competent.
Competent? Oh, man, he wasn't competent fucking 2 years ago. Like, this dude is...
All right, so do you really feel like Biden's able to orchestrate this whole agenda that we have going on right now?
Facts. I got to give you a pound on that one. You got me with that. Yeah. Facts.
I'm just saying. Like,
facts. So holla at me, man. Who do we get to? After we get rid of that bum ass motherfucker, because he a sellout. Whether he knows it or not, he been a sellout for years. Biden been a piece of shit, racist, no good motherfucker for 50 fucking years. But anyway, so who do we go after, man?
Ourselves. And that's the problem. We're still looking for
facts. Press 1.
Save us.
Yeah.
Bro, in the United States, we got the numbers. We got the pew-pews. We got the numbers. And we're still looking for somebody to swoop in and save us. Oh, come on. Get it right. Come on. Get it back to the way it used to be.
Trump 2024.
But see, the way it used to be, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like the way it used to be a year ago, the way it used to be before Rona, the way it was during Bush, before Bush. You know what I mean? So it's all about perspective on what do you mean the way it used to be. You know what I mean? Because like we're of that generation where we remember what it was like before 9/11. I mean,
yeah.
So you can't explain that to somebody who's 20 years old. You know what I mean? Like they'll hear you, but they won't actually. You know what I'm saying? They can't feel that shit. You know what I mean? So they've already lost so much freedom just in this 20 years that like our grandparents could look back like, oh, I remember when we could do this, and now we're only, in our 40s and shit, and we're still like, oh damn, I remember back, like it's progressing a lot sooner. Shit's moving way too fast.
Yeah. It is. I'll tell you this, man. I had to go pick up my son from work today. And on the way home, I said, look, man, I may die tomorrow. And if I die tomorrow, I want you to remember this. And this is the guy's honest truth. This is exactly what I said to him today. And he really listened, man. I said, look, there's 2 things that's the most important to this country. And that's the First Amendment and the Second Amendment. I said, man, it's the freedom to speak and the right to bear arms so you can protect that shit. If nothing else, that is what America's about. And there's no other country on this planet that has that. That's what makes us what we are. And it's serious, man. It's serious. Like it's almost, I was telling myself that shit. You know what I mean? People just do not realize just how important. That was the first and second thing that these motherfuckers put on the paper to make this fucking country, to get away from tyranny and kings and all this bullshit that these other countries deal with, so they don't end up like China or Russia or all these places. And it's so fucking serious, man. If you teach your kids nothing else, teach them that. They need to protect that First and Second Amendment to the fullest.
Yeah. Hey,
I would even say that that's probably the only legal document that we ever actually need. First and second, everything else can go. Because if you've got those two, then the other ones don't really mean a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, man. Hey.
I know there's others. Don't get me wrong. I know there's others, but that first and that second, man, it's so important on this planet. There's nowhere else, not one other place that has that. It's America.
Yeah.
And to think that we could have leaders that are in charge of shit in this country and they would actually go against that. How could you be raised in this country? How could you live in this country and ever think to yourself, we need to take that away? How could you ever be a human being and think the only way you could do that is if you're trying to enslave everybody? You want to be king and rule over the world, and you don't want to have no protection on the people that's below you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Have and have-nots.
Yep.
And that's what it's come down to.
Even if you look back in history, can you name one other civilization or tribe or group all the way back to the Vikings or the Native Americans or even the damn cavemen? You know what I mean? You don't think that there's always been some kind of hierarchy established where one person or a very small few make the decisions for the whole? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
America is the only place where you're allowed to make the decisions for the one and do that shit for the rest of your life. But we've given that away. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. Seriously.
And it's sad, man. It's sad. We got to protect that shit. Bring it back to the fullest.
Man.
You have to. You have to. What the fuck is wrong? And let me say this real quick. All these gas prices and all this turmoil that we're going through, these rich people ain't going through it. They got a couple $1 million in the bank. You know, even the ones that only got $1 million, they got $1 million in the bank. Paying $5 for some gas doesn't mean nothing to them. They'll be able to buy food when food's too expensive. It's us that are hurting, and it shows you down to the fucking face. It's right in front of your face. It's right there. It's saying these motherfuckers in power do not give a fuck about you at all. Period. They don't care whether you eat. They don't care whether you be able to make a living, be able to pick up your kid from school. They do not give a fuck. So what? You're broke. I don't care. I can still get mine. I'm going to do what I want to keep on getting.
Yeah. Bro, look, they don't know none of us, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, when we see them give a speech, we're looking through a lens. So we feel like there's some type of a connection. We feel like they have our back. They don't know any of us. They don't know anything about us. We're a number. You know what I'm saying? It's legit. Like, we're just a number. And if you look at it seriously, so if you are able to look at it from that perspective, it sounds sad, but if Josh is like 1, 4, 2, 3, 8, 6, 5, you know what I'm saying? If that's all I am, then they don't have to care what happens to me. They just need me to keep providing whatever input into the system I am providing. That's it.
Yeah.
Until they don't need me anymore. And the system is damn near on life support right now.
We're the batteries.
Exactly. So it's on life support right now, and you can clearly see that they're getting ready to. We talk about the reset and all that other stuff. It's coming. So there's going to be a lot of pain, and like you said, they will not feel any of this pain. They are insulated, well insulated. If we're going to go through it, and they're hoping that enough of us will make it through on the other side, so that we can continue to keep them insulated. But
they want the right one to make it through to the other side. That's the difference. It's not how many of us. Is it going to be the right people that make it to the other side?
I got you, Hutch. Damn right. Exactly.
And they always throw shit in the game and stir shit up to keep us fucked up. Let's talk about it like this, man. Racism is a man-made, thought out, talked about. Like, you're not born hating somebody because they look different. You know what I'm saying? You don't just come out the womb, come out the womb white, and that's it, man. If you're yellow, fuck you. If you're black, fuck you. I don't like nobody that ain't white. You don't come out like that, man. That's all man-made bullshit. Yeah. And say, I'm gonna keep going though. Feel me on this. Same thing with the vaccine. They knew they could use the vaccine to cause division. So they did it the way that they did it on purpose, so we'd all be fighting over the vaccine, who wants it and who don't want it. Same thing with religion. Same all this shit. We can use, vegetarian. Oh, you're a vegetarian? Oh, you're not a vegetarian. Oh, fuck you. You eat meat? Oh, fuck you. You're no good. You're a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they use all these tools to beat us up and have us worrying about this shit instead of worrying about what they really fucking doing. Because they ain't worried about race. Race don't mean shit to them. They don't have to, if they don't want to deal with a different kind of person or this or that, they don't have to. They don't have to grow up in hoods. They don't, you know what I mean? They're so fucking high up on the fucking chain. They don't have to worry about that shit. The only people that they see that's a different race are other super rich motherfuckers, and they're not worried about that shit. You know what I'm saying? They put it all on us, our average everyday citizen, our regular folks, man.
Yeah.
And it's not us. It's not us. If racism was what they try to push it out to be, me and Just Josh and Hutch wouldn't be on this fucking live stream together. If the vaccine was such a big fucking issue, we wouldn't be on this live stream together. You got Hutch, he wouldn't take that motherfucker to save his ass, but I took the motherfucker. But you know, and that's how you defend yourself. You defend yourself by not letting that shit attack you. Don't let that shit attack you so you attack others. Stay the fuck away from the small shit, the petty shit that you want to argue about. Because that's some punk shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Let a motherfucker do what a motherfucker do. Don't let them motherfuckers talk you into being a hateful person because of something. Because that's their weapons. That's their number one tools.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, man? Seriously? Talk about the I think the forefathers put the fact that we have the right to bear arms in for this exact reason. I think that they hoped, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, look, we don't know exactly how to fix whatever may come in the future, but at least if they have an ability to, we're talking about numbers. Josh is 865. At least if the numbers have a way to defend themselves against the people in power, maybe things will still be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think we've lost that. I think we've lost the fact that we actually have power. And so we keep playing this game where, like, yeah, we're gonna put this person, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna vote for this person, and we're gonna put this person. Bro, we have the power, but we're not gonna realize it in time. Is what I'm afraid of, to be honest with you.
They're already working on that. They're already working on taking our power. That's what they're working on daily, man. They're scared to death of us. Yeah. That's why they keep doing what they're doing with the 2As and we got to make a group of people that'll watch on the internet to see if they're talking bad about the government. Oh, we got to make a list of motherfuckers that's doing this and doing that. We got to have RICOs. Yeah. You know, I mean, this is all because they can't get one motherfucker. The RICO Act, that's the most crookedest fucking thing in law ever fucking made. It gives them the power to just attack 1,000 motherfuckers because they can't get just one. It's the crookedest shit ever, man. Yeah. I fucking hate that shit more than any other fucking thing. These motherfuckers crooked, man. They crooked. I'm sorry. I just keep going on and on.
At this point, do the people really have the power? Everybody is so stretched, so thin. You know what I mean? That even the middle class folks who got the $500,000 houses and all this, the soccer mom types with the brand new fucking Escalade and all that other shit.
Oh yeah.
We don't because of what I said earlier, because of the divisional tools that they use, because we're not united. They keep us divided with all this shit.
We fall for it. I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah. And we all do. We all do. We fall for something. I mean, I'm not fucking innocent here. I'm sure I fell for something and hated for some reason or another. You know what I'm saying? You see something on TV and it sparks your nerve. That's what they're good at. They're professionals at this shit. They're damn near geniuses. They've been doing this shit for years. They know how to put something on TV and spark your emotions. So then for the next fucking 2 days, you're mad at somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, subliminally.
Look at it this way. You know how fire and absolutely perfect the propaganda has been throughout history, even before there was a radio. And then, you know, World War I, World War II, you had the radio, you know, Korea, that's all you had was the radio. You know what I mean? The propaganda they put out on that was, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I respect the hell out of the hustle. You know what I mean? That shit worked on both sides. You know what I mean? Propaganda worked.
Yeah.
You don't think as soon as they got their hands on that first black and white TV, they planned 50 years in ahead of how they were gonna to trick these motherfuckers? You know what I mean?
It was a huge tool to them, man. Now it's no longer just our talking. We can use facial expressions. We can put pretty people on in front of the fucking TV and turn people into believing whatever the fuck we want.
That's probably why they made it. It was probably a military tool, and they said, "Oh, we can use this for entertainment and still program people."
Yep.
Hey man,
because if you look back, like the bands before MTV, I'll put it in those kind of terms. Every one of them sons of ugliest troll looking sons of bitches in the world, but they were the most popular, famous people anywhere they went, regardless of sexuality, what they look like.
I missed it. Who was it? Who are you talking about? I'm sorry, man. I missed
just people in like rock stars in general, like Mick Jagger. You know what I'm saying? The anorexic, big ass lips. How is he a sex icon? You know what I mean? But that's what it was before people were trapped by this. Oh, let me see something pretty and shiny. You know what I mean? Regular people had a chance to thrive and survive, you know, beyond anything anybody could imagine until this came along and you started getting all the pretty sons of bitches. And, oh, you got to be this way or you got to be this way. I can tell you, I ain't never seen a single chick on the catwalk that I was like, oh, yeah, that's a dime piece. I was like, that bitch needs a sandwich. You know what I mean? Right. But that's the perception that they give you is, oh, no, this is what you need to achieve right here, right here, right here. You know what I mean? You break people down emotionally, spiritually. Yeah. And eventually you get to the point where like, oh, I'll never be as good as this person. I'll never be as good as this person. So let me just stay over here in my corner and shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll tell y'all this too. And this is going against the grain on what some people might think. But if you hear me out, you understand why I'm saying it. I think that YouTube is a very important tool for the masses. I think having YouTube is very important to us as a people. This gives us, whenever in history have we had a chance? Now, I know they shut us down. I know they censor us, but we do get to get words out here. We do get to, you know, say what the fuck we need to say. It's so fucking important. Now, it might be dangerous in ways and this and that and this and that, but man, this is such, it changes the power of TV a little bit. Because now the average everyday motherfuckers got a chance to get up on this bitch and say what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody.
It needs to be protected just like the fucking Constitution, man. We need this shit. We need this shit. Could you imagine being in this position right now and there was no Twitter, no text messaging, no fucking YouTube or anything, man? You know how many more people would be brainwashed by the news that comes across the regular TV? I mean, good gracious, man.
That might be kind of part of the problem too, though, is because like literally the most educated time in history. Everybody on this planet has access to more information, knowledge, and learning than they ever had in the history of ever. But nobody actually wants to use it. You know what I mean? They take that shit for granted.
Yeah. I won't give up, man. I won't quit doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll take my breaks when I need to keep my mind right. You know, family comes first. You know, shit going on with the family. I got to do what I got to do. And I'm not going to be the type of person to get on here and beg and plead for forgiveness for not being here for 2 weeks and shit like that. Like, I got to do what I got to do. And I do everything I can to spend as much time with y'all as I can. And I do. Because I enjoy the fuck out of this.
Yes, sir.
I enjoy seeing that chat move, man. I enjoy every single one of y'all that are in the chat, and that chat moves, and y'all are talking to me just like I'm talking to y'all.
Yes, sir.
When y'all meeting y'all fellas, period, just meeting y'all fellas, getting to know y'all and becoming really good friends with you two and a couple others, it's meant the world to me, man. It's changed my life. You know what I'm saying? When I have a bad day, I'll hit Hutch up. I'll hit Just Josh up, man. This is some fucked up shit. It ain't no YouTube shit. It's just a friend you can hit up and count on when times is rough in your mind, man. People need that kind of shit. And this has helped me find some friends.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man, we got to protect this shit. We got to keep going with it. Never give up. no matter what the numbers are, no matter what they try to hide from other people, they don't want to put us out there. They ain't got to put us out there. If a lot of people don't like us and we don't ever grow to be something huge, who gives a fuck? We got plenty of people right here with us right now that back us 100%, and we back the fuck out of y'all. That's why we here.
Shit,
Facts.
I guarantee
Press
there's enough people in
one.
this chat. I guarantee there's enough people in this chat right now to change the course of the fucking world. I guarantee you that.
No doubt. And the one thing about our chats is we got strong people, man. We don't have sellouts. We don't have people that jump shit when shit gets hard. I got people who've been with me through thick and thin, man. I got people who've been with me since my very first live stream, and I've done thrown shit out there, been caught up in drama, fucking got the jab, put it on a fucking video, and they still stuck with my ass. You know what I'm saying? Through thick and thin, man. And that's what it's about, man. That's real motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's it. Real recognizes real.
No doubt.
It's facts.
Yep.
Yeah, man. You can see
common sense says all that shit is counterproductive. All that petty shit, you got the shot. Oh, I'm a pure blood. I don't give two fucks either way. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It don't pay my mortgage. It ain't putting food on my table or taking it off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man.
All this small shit, like you said, is just meant to divide us, and we just go along with it. But we don't realize that we're doing the exact same thing the other side's doing that we're sitting here bitching about. And literally in the same conversation, I've seen it many, many times. I know y'all have seen it too if you paid attention to it. You'll be in the chat, somebody say, oh, I hate them for this. But literally the next two comments is the exact same thing that they just said they hated these people for. It doesn't matter that it's on our side or their side. You hate something for hating, not because of who likes it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got to be able to distinguish the bullshit from what really fucking matters to you.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, and then being a prepper, man, early on, I ain't gonna lie to you, I kind of fantasized the whole WROL and shift thing, right? And then I had to think about why. The reason for it is because all this bullshit, all these divisions, they're gonna go out the window for hard times, and that's when people are gonna really start to see, like, that's when, I don't know, that's when the bullshit will fall to the wayside. You know what I'm saying? That's when the rubber's gonna hit the road, and people are gonna be like, this is survival. Who has this amount of money? You know what I'm saying? Who's this color? Who's that? All that shit's gonna be about survival at that point. Backwoods!
What up? Going on with you?
Man? I had to eat me some pork chops, man. When got me some pork chops, man, fried them up, put them on a sandwich.
Hell,
You didn't smother them in gravy and onions, brother?
Appreciate y'all.
Ah, man, I ain't do all that, man.
I hate you.
Man.
Good to see you, man.
Hey,
Well, you got to look at it like this: hard times is what forges brotherships and family. You know what I mean? When you have to go through something together, to where you both suffer, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the same degree, but you both feel it. You know what I mean? Then you're bonded for life over that issue. It's like, hey, I went through this shit with you. Remember that? You know what I mean? And you've got that forever, regardless of what happens after.
Hell yeah.
So if you look at it like that in a silver lining kind of way, you might be like, hey, bring on them bad times. That way we can get this bond going and actually get this shit moving. Because ain't nothing going to happen when everybody's happy and smiling back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there ain't nothing that can bring a motherfucker together like hard times. Hard times will bring some motherfuckers together, man. Because you have to rely on one another. You know what I'm saying?
For real. Yeah.
That's why, like, I've been of the mindset of do not make a mag during the happy times, because it don't mean a damn thing. You know what I mean? If you're gonna invest in a person, in people, then you want to, like I said, you want to find those trigger points. You want to see what they look like and act like when they're pissed off, when they're being obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? When they're on point, when they're joking. You've got to know all these things other than just the happy times, because it don't mean a damn thing. Because at the end of the day, you don't know how somebody's gonna act when that shit actually does kick off.
Man, I tell you, when I see a person that is 100% of the time very nice, very soft spoken, I automatically red flags throw up like a motherfucker. Like there's no way that you are the most conniving, sneaky motherfucker in the world. If that's all you, if you don't have any kind of heat coming with you whatsoever, there's something going on here. You are a crooked motherfucker.
Right.
Oh, I've seen you heated, Just Josh. I've seen you heated.
Hey, I wanted to say hello to everybody in the chat, and Monique, you're welcome. Anyway, I wanted to touch on what you were saying, Josh, about the the WROL, man. There's times that I've been the same way. I'm like, hell yeah, man, let's just do this, man. But then, really, man, I stop and think. I'll sit out here in the shop and I'll start thinking, and I'm like, man, WROL is gonna be bad, man. And I don't care how you're prepped, man. I don't care how good you're prepped. There's gonna be people, man, that are trying to get your stuff. There's gonna be people who, I mean, imagine, something happens, one of these fly hut shoes, disease, and it's all over the place. And you got to lock yourself in your house, man, with just your family, and I mean, it's hot, man, the power's out. Yeah. You can't go outside, man. So it could really be a bad thing. But then I stop and I'm like, but what better time would I rather have it happen than now? Than after I'm gone or too old, when my kids, have to go through it on their own, So it's kind of, man, it gets me both ways. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, God,
yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
man. I know. I've seen some videos, like Bear Independent. I seen Prepper Nation. I seen a few people do some videos on werewolf preppers. and I don't always agree. Like I have nothing against these fellas. It was good videos. Don't get it twisted. Like they had a lot of smart things to say about shit. But this is the way I look at it is, man, when it comes down to it, if we're talking Mad Max, if we're talking shit is really that bad, any fucking body could end up having to be a werewolf prepper. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So I mean, and I kind of get it. I know that most of what they were saying is like, if there's just motherfuckers out here and that's all they want to be, if that's the fuck getting any food or anything, man. The only thing I got is some guns and I'm just gonna smoke motherfuckers and take their shit. Like I get that. That's some fucked up shit. But you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that in real life.
You got that, man.
You go up DC right now, you got motherfuckers getting shot every single day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's werewolves all over the place. But you also have to pretty much be in a state of mind. Thank God I came from where I came from, man. You know what I'm saying? I all my life, I mean, when we're younger, we complain about, man, life wasn't shit. I went through all this shit, all this bad, man, all the motherfuck, man, life ain't a much. Thank God I went through all that shit. Thank God I had guns pointed in my face and been shot at and all this fucking bullshit, man. Thank God, because it trained me to be a little bit tougher. You know what I'm saying? And when times get, we got to be tough. We got to be tough.
To me, I like really have a problem with feel good prepping, because to me, that doesn't make sense. One of these feel good preppers, I'm going to do everything I can. I'm saving for everybody, in my neighborhood, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I'm like, what? I mean, obviously I wouldn't turn somebody away. Obviously I'm going to try to work with my neighbors. Stuff goes down. I mean, I'm not saying I'm just going to block everybody off but at the same time, man, there has to be realization of people are bad. Even now, man, there's been people stabbed and I'm pretty sure some people killed even on Black Friday, bro. Come on, man. I mean, this is when times are good and there's some sale items there and they're like, we got 100 TVs, man. They're normally $1,000. $500 today, man. Man, folks be getting stabbed over that shit. You don't think, I mean, come on, man. Feel good prepping, man. Come on. It don't even make any sense, man. It does not make sense.
And I think part of that, Backwoods, I'm with you, brother. I am with you. But I think part of that is, I think there's some people that grew up on farms their whole life. They've never been to the city. They've never been to DC. They've never been in Brooklyn. They've never been in South Central Los Angeles. They've never been in a trailer park. You know what I'm saying? Or on a mountain somewhere where it's people that lived there for 10 generations and you come up in that motherfucker, you out of here. Like they just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So they, you know, and then you got them, they end up doing a YouTube channel and they never been in the shit. So of course they don't even know. They talk to, they don't know. They don't realize, man. It's not like that. It's not like that. You can talk all that nice shit you want. That's like saying, oh, well, you ain't gonna do nothing but strive for world peace. There's not gonna be world peace, probably ever. Because there are bad motherfuckers on this planet, man. Tons of them. Tons of them.
Yeah. Hey, let me say this though. I ain't mean to cut you off, brother.
No, you got it. I ramble too much anyway.
Hell no. All right, so look, hey, backwoods. So this is my deal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on this panel, we all roll a little different. But this is my deal, right? So there's different levels to like the whole prepping deal, right? And I am in 100% agreement with you. When we talk about prepping, this shit is serious, brother. It ain't. It's not happy-go-lucky for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's facts. That's fact. I just real quick. Yeah. That's true. I've talked to you. I've gotten to know you. Y'all just don't know, man. Just Josh ain't no joke when it comes down to it. Like he ain't no joke.
I try.
But well, I mean, it just bothers me that people. I mean, what does people think? I mean, WROL here. Hey, you know what? Hey, Jim Bob and Susie down the street there. You know, and hey man, we're fixing this big meal tonight. Bring over your family. You know, y'all come over and eat. And then, well, what do you think about the neighbors across the street who are starving to death? They're watching you bring in and they smell all the food cooking. I mean, do you really think it's going to be beautiful? Do you think it's going to be Nancy Drew shit or, you know, some kind of, you know, unicorn rides and stuff? And it's like, hey, everything's wonderful. It's not. It's
in real life, the Grinch didn't give back the presents. He took that shit to a pawn shop and made a killing. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah.
It's like, and no offense to anybody who doesn't want to have like a pew pew or any. I mean, maybe you guys have something you can say to the people who are in the chat that don't believe in pew pews, freedom seats, that type of thing. But the family members down the street that don't think they should have a firearm or anything like that, they're probably going to be the ones that are really going to be taken advantage of in the worst way. They're the ones that are going to just be ran through, ransacked, and you just going to have to write it off as just another incident of we tried to tell them.
Yeah.
Not to go dark, you know what I'm saying? But it's reality, the situation.
And people can't expect for us that do prep in the way that we prep for us to take care of them when shit hits the fan. Like, you knew just as much as I did that you needed to do these things, but you wanted to be, would you say it was backwards? You wanted to be a happy prepper. What?
Yeah. A feel good prepper.
A feel good prep. You wanted to be a feel good motherfucker. Like, that's your fault, man. I ain't fucking with you, man.
Yeah.
And you notice that the most gun violence comes from the anti-gun crowd. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the PETA people, oh, we love animals so much that we will murder your ass.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
Hey,
press one.
Hey,
no.
I think probably you had seen this because I heard you mention you had watched some TimCast, you know, some Tim Pool. I don't know how much we can talk about this, but it's the abortion thing. I mean, do you want to just leave that one alone, period, or can we talk about it a little bit? I ain't trying to get ugly about it. I'm just bring up some facts.
Man, speak your mind, man. Speak your mind.
All right, cool. You know, I'm just being so
got me all nervous and shit though. Backwards got me scared of shit. You got the finger on the mute button. Go ahead, backwards.
Well, the thing is, no, seriously, so like these pregnancy centers, you know, I'd heard that, you know, so I want to make a thing here, pro-choice. Okay. You think about these pro-choice people. Now think about that, pro-choice. All right. So when these pregnancy centers, they're all volunteer people. Most of them are just all volunteer, you know, everything. And what they do is they help a woman to go through her pregnancy, you know, and they you know get them government aid and all kinds of cool stuff, you know, for the women and make sure they're healthy and stuff. Well, a bunch of these pro-choice people started making appointments and never showing up so that they could fill up all the appointments. Now think about that one for a minute. Pro-choice, you're pro-choice, but because this woman decides to have a baby, or even if she decides to go ahead and have an abortion, now think about that. I mean, they still need medical care, you know, whether they're going to get an abortion or whether they're going to have the baby, they need medical care. So, I mean, you know, the pro-choice movement, man, is such a fucking lie that it's just horrendous. And they stand there and say, we're about women's rights. Well, what about that woman that's going to go ahead and decide to have the baby? Or what about the one that goes there for advice, gets a little free help? You know, they give them free medication. You know, they show them how to get all this stuff. What about them? What about, and then the woman says, you know, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and have an abortion, and they tell them, okay, you know, but if you still need some medical treatment afterwards, you know, come to us. And they help these people. So I mean, how pro-choice are they really?
Can I tap in, man?
Yes, sir. I'm done.
My son asked me about this on the way home from work. This was another thing we talked about because I talked to my kids.
Yeah.
He asked me, he's like, Dad, what do you feel about the Roe versus Wade? Swear to God he did. Dad, what do you feel about the Roe versus Wade? Or you really don't even want to talk about that shit? I said, nah, I'll talk to you about it. Here's the facts. I don't want government involved in any fucking thing in my life. And I don't think anybody should want the government involved in anything in their life. The feds. And when it comes down to it, Roe versus Wade, it ain't like they said you can't have an abortion. They just said we're giving it back to the states. Let the states make up their own minds. And the only ones that are throwing the huge fits are states like New York and San Francisco. They're not going to change their laws. They're not going to stop abortion. So what's the fucking point anyway? But here's the thing. I believe that the Republicans and Democrats need to keep society at a 50-50 so they can continue to do what they do.
Oh, absolutely.
If that goes lopsided to one or the other, then both sides lose because they've lost that division in the country. So what I think happened is that with all this shit that they're pushing on us, a lot of people started moving over to the Republican side. They started seeing it real deep. And they said to themselves, man, we got to even this shit back up. We can't have it too much one way because it fucks us both. We got to keep these people divided. What's one thing that we can hit them with and it'll make some people jump back to the Democratic side? Boom, let's fuck with this 50-year-old law that really ain't going to do nothing, but we can fucking put it in the media like it's the worst thing in the fucking world. And boom, bam, bip. It was a way to keep us divided. Another fucking tool that they used. I'm telling you, man, they're tricky. You got to be smart, man. You got to think outside the box. If they're doing something, they're doing it on purpose.
Trump 2024.
Trump 2024.
Well, see, we live in a world that's an all or nothing mindset. There's no single issue. You're either 100% with us or you're 1,000% against us. Even if it's the tiniest fraction of a percent. Nope, you're not 100%. We gotta kill you from the group. You know what I mean? And that's the mindset that we've literally got. What, 5 generations of that shit all the way back to the fucking Haight-Ashbury hippies? Like, those are the people that we're literally trying to fight right now. You know what I mean? And it's that same mindset that it's you're all in or you're not in at all. And that's you think it's going to get any better? I mean, look at the kids that we got now, under 20. Look at the kids under 15. You know what I mean? Do you really think that that's going to ease up anytime soon?
Right.
So you got to think in one of those WROL shift situations, you're fighting that all-in mindset. So it doesn't matter if this person has loved you your entire life. You know what I'm saying? Your children will be the ones that murder you to feed their boyfriend that's been hiding in the bushes. You know what I mean? or some blue hair fat chick that's looking anorexic over there. Like, oh, I went to high school with her. We bonded and shit.
Wait a minute, man. How can it be a fat chick and look anorexic?
That's why she's gonna murder your family. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Oh, she's a blue-haired fat chick that identifies as an
anorexic. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Exactly. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But that's real shit. Like, we got people suing their parents for being born. People suing their parents for getting them circumcised. That's the fucking world we live in. You think that's gonna get better when motherfuckers are starving? When you got a 13 to 16, 17-year-old that you ain't got no goddamn control over now, and they're running around with these fucking these stupid son of bitches, and that's the mindset that they're gonna get. Your children will murder you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be reality in these situations.
You got a classroom with 38-year-olds, let's say 7 and 8-year-olds, and you have a woman sitting up in that class speaking to these little 8-year-olds and little 7-year-olds, talking about gender and how they can choose what gender they want to be. Feel me on that.
Bro, this is what they want, though, man. Seriously, like, and okay, all right. So look, so what this tells me is that those people in power have more control and power over, you know what I'm saying, like people's kids than like the parents do. You know what I'm saying?
That's because the parents don't invest no time with the kid. Here, let me go drop you off at soccer practice and then band practice, and I'll see you maybe 10 minutes before you go to sleep. Like, that's the only interaction you have with the kid. Of course you're gonna lose. What the fuck? You know what I mean? You got kids being raised on the PlayStations and the TV and the cartoons and the Einstein instrumentals and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna make him so smart and force him to watch this shit, or I'm gonna force him to do this shit. But you have no interaction with your kid at all. They don't see it as the greater good. They just see you as not being there. You know what I
mean? That damn boy of mine, he would stay up there in the room and play video games the whole time, you know, except to come down and get something to eat if we let him. But I make him, you know, like when my wife will go to the grocery store or something, you know, or just go to the store to get a few things, I holler at him. I'm like, hey boy, go with her and you know, learn something, you know,
do something,
get active, you know what I'm saying? Y'all talk and stuff like that. You know, I make him go out of town with her, you know. And then my girl, she's real active anyway, so you know, she's always around us, and we're doing stuff with her. You know, that boy, he would sit up there the whole time, you know, and that's the thing, man, is we got to these parents out here, man, has got to break that cycle, man, and stop letting these kids just everything they're taking in is from the internet, man, and not, you know, and because it's not good, you know. I mean, there's good stuff on the internet, but we all know there's some really bad stuff too.
Yeah,
we got to, as parents, and even as if we're, you know, taking a role of a community leader, you know, I've seen some of the people in chat talk about, you know, them running for this or them being on the school board or whatever. You know, we got to encourage parents to take that time, you know. Well, he's gonna kick and complain, so let him kick and complain. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna hurt him, you know. Make him go to the store and learn something, you know. Make him, you know what I'm saying.
Y'all know that there's a thing on TikTok where there's like ladies that are becoming TikTok famous, I guess you could say, for being prison wives.
What?
That's their niche. That's their niche. And it's like, wait. Could you imagine that being your? I don't care if I was in prison. I wouldn't want my baby mama teaching my daughter that being a prison wife is a good fucking thing.
Yep.
And I'm not saying I hate on prison, because, in all honesty, I know a lot of motherfuckers that went to prison that should have never went to prison. I think there's a lot of motherfuckers in prison that shouldn't be in prison. You know, I'm not saying all prisoners are bad, but still, this is the thing. Who's watching TikTok? 12-year-olds, 13-year-old little girls, 8-year-old little girls. And then they get into this thing and it's prison wives. And I am special because I'm a prison wife. Well, shit, I want to be special. I want to be a prison wife. I'm telling you, life is fucking nuts, man.
It is.
Fucking nuts. And you can't blame them. I can't blame the chick that's doing it because she's probably making a ton of money being a prison wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get your hustle on, I guess, man. I don't know.
Let me ask a question about that. I'm just because it just got me thinking on something. I mean, when you go to prison, you pretty much lose all your rights, right? I mean, obviously you get health care and stuff. You know, I mean, as you should. You know, get to, you eat and stuff. I mean, but I mean, is it marriage? I mean, you got to have license and stuff. I mean, to get married, and I mean, why would you I mean, I've seen these people, try to marry people that are in prison because they're all, hey, I'm gonna marry this.
Oh, you can get married in prison.
Well, I know, but I mean, should that be allowed? I'm just asking a question. I mean,
man, they want the foolishness.
See, that's the thing is prison's too soft. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Prison in America is way too goddamn soft.
Really?
Right.
And then if you've got literally 2 or 3 generations, 4 generations essentially growing up under a lifestyle or a culture, not a race thing, because it's fucking everywhere, to where it's street cred. The more you get arrested, the more important you are in the street. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Man, I didn't consider myself street. I'll come right back at you, Hutch. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm hitting right on what you. I didn't consider myself legit until I went to jail. Right. When I went to jail, it was like a badge of honor. It was like, y'all motherfuckers ain't got shit on me now, man. Real hood up in this motherfucker. Boom, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But see, that's the mindset that people have, and then they turn around and they bitch about, oh damn, even though I did it to try to achieve this goal of whatever, the street cred, the notoriety, I'm going to complain that I'm here and complain about how bad the system is.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't, man. But when you're young, that's what's so dangerous is when you're young, that's what's the other side of this social media shit. Because when you're young, when you're 16, 17, 18 years old, and you're a young man, and you out here competing against other young men, and males have a dominance thing in them. Most, not all, but a lot of them. Well, I don't know these days, but anyway, you have this thing about you where you got to be tough, you got to be hard, man, and the women too. I mean, the women know we got to be tough. If we pussies, man, we ain't gonna get no kind of girls in our lives. You know what I'm saying? If Niecy didn't think I could protect her when we walk out of this house, she wouldn't love me as much as she did. She knows there's a 6'2", 240-pound fucking Rottweiler that will attack anything that comes nearer if we leave this house and anything happens. You know what I'm saying? 240. Like, and it matters. And when you're 20 years old, when you're 18 years old, you can be influenced so much. Yeah. In the hood, when you in the hood, man, being dirty, being bad, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a good guy, you'll get ate the fuck up in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And they use that against us. They use that against us. That's why what they allow. You know, it's just like the music industry, man. You can hear the big time moguls. You can hear the Quincy Jones, these big timers, man. They look at music now and they've said it over in Big Daddy Kane's and all these. It's the industry. It's the big wigs that are pushing this shit. You know, music could be different. It's what they'll push to the people. It's the same thing as TV. They want to turn shit into shit and keep us divided and have fucked up shit. That way they got control of it. If we're breaking the law, they got complete control of you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you're running around and you're just whoring around fucking everybody and having a ton of kids, you have no stability whatsoever. It's easier for them to control you. That's why they put all this shit in front of us, man. It's facts. I ain't trying to preach or sound like no
press one
smart motherfucker or nothing, but it's true, man. This shit is real shit.
Damn, Cam.
What up? And that's why we got to go back to what Backwoods said. No bullshit, man. We got to raise our own. You know what I'm saying? We got to raise our own. Stay in our kids' lives and shit, man. Teach them right. Stay on top of them,
bro. Especially to those men who just got baby mamas. Ignore that bitch and raise your fucking kid. That's why we got so many problems that we got now, is because we got women trying to act like men taking that man role. You know what I mean? And that's what's fucking up and making all this toxic masculinity is dying because of that shit right there. Because you think it's okay for a woman to play daddy, and that's not how it fucking works. Mom can only be a mom. She can never be a dad. I don't give two fucks what anybody else says.
Facts.
You know what
That I don't like it. I don't like it when it's like Father's Day, and people say, "Well, to all the single mothers out there, happy Father's Day." No, they got a Mother's Day. Father's Day should be for fathers and real fathers. You know what I'm saying? And what people don't realize, you know, some of these people that don't live in the hood, man, they don't live in hard areas. They don't look. There's a lot of motherfuckers right now that are locked up over some cruddy ass bitch that had a kid by him, and they do everything they possibly can do to fuck that dude over and do everything bad. I don't know how many times I've heard these hood rats talk about, well, if he's in jail, he ain't fucking nobody else. He can stay there. Some of the best conversations I ever had with my man is when he was locked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. Some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it is what it is, man. There's a lot of motherfuckers out here that would be great fathers, but they don't have a chance to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't see no real honor in dying young, man. You know, because you want to be all tough and, you know, oh, look at me. You know, and I don't understand the honor in that, man. I don't understand how you can think you're really being somebody by dying young doing that, you know, because I mean, the real honor in having 4 or 5 kids, you know what I'm saying? The real honor is to raise them children, you know, and to continue your legacy on, you know, and to make it where it's like, you know, that kid goes on and does something really good for humanity, you know what I mean? And it's like, man, I helped raise that kid, you know. To me, that's the real honor, you know what I'm saying? It is when you can look at your child, you know, stand up and be somebody, you know, and do something, you know. That's, I mean, I don't know. I mean, man, just everything is so just screwed up and back. It's like we put stuff in a blender and just started pulling it out. And you know how you used to have the blocks, you know, where it had the squares and the triangles and the circles, and it's like we just stirred it all up and we're just trying to insert stuff where it don't belong, man. And it's like, what the hell, man?
Hey, let me say this, man. So, stepson, man, the music that he listened to, right? Rap. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up on rap, but it was a different kind of rap. I'm just keeping it real. And to be honest with you, like, I would ride with him and he would, you know what I'm saying, have some of this music playing. And this is like the new school, like whatever they call it now, the rap. You know what I'm saying? But it is like it would give me a headache listening to it, because it's like some dude just like a full-grown man just screaming in your ear to do everything that will get you fucked up in life and do it to your fullest ability. You know what I'm saying? Go out and hit as many females as you can, have as many babies as you can, make as much money as you can, sell as much dope as you can, shoot as many people as you can. And I'm just like, bro, how do you continuously keep listening to this? You know what I'm saying? Like, minute after minute after, like, turn this shit off. I can't. But that's what they're being fed. And they're actually believing this shit. Look.
You know who talked about that a little bit? Was Lead Farmer 73. Real quick. Okay. Lead Farmer 73, man, he broke it down. He said, man, I erased every negative thing I possibly could. If it was evil people, I let it go. If I was watching a movie and there was nothing but killing and raping, and I don't watch that shit anymore, man. And I was listening to him, and it hit me there. I was like, man, you know, that's what you feed yourself. It's just like if you eat some rotten ass meat, your stomach's gonna be fucked up. If you feed your mind evil, your mind's gonna be fucked up. You know, he was right.
Over it, bro. I was like, bro, you gotta turn this shit off for like 5 minutes because I gotta take a break. My head can't take this. You know what I'm saying? But and it's taking the youth to the maximum. You know my story, PT. Well, I think I may have told you about my stepson. You know what I'm saying? A little vacation right now, but it's because that's the lifestyle that he thought was like real in life.
Yep.
Well, that's why I talk about, you know, preparing your mind all the time. You know, when you prepare your mind properly, things will fall into place. You know, and it's a whole list of things that when I kind of tried to come up with a little ending, saying, for a little catchphrase or whatever, about preparing your mind, because man, when you prepare your mind properly, you recognize when, man, this is too much, man. This is too much. I'm not going to go along just to get along. It's too much. You when you prepare your mind properly, you understand them morals and them levels, and when you do cross that line, because you'll cross that line, man. I mean, we're all human, we make mistakes, but when you're able to step back from that and go, oh man, dude, I went too far, or man, for myself, I went too far. Or when you're trying to tell someone, man, hey, I went too far, man. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you prepare your mind properly, you can start to see where, where this is not going the right way. You know what I'm saying? You're listening to that type of music constantly. It's not good for your mind. Putting yourself in nothing but drama, and it's bad for you. You know what I'm saying? It just, you can just start to climb up the ladder of a list of, there, and say, preparing your mind, man, and it's getting that peace within inside your mind, and being able to turn that off and go, you know what, man, I really enjoy that a little too much, so let me turn that off now, and let me take a step back here and get back to my morals and my reality. You know what I'm saying? What should be real.
And I tell you, man, no bullshit. That's why I post some videos that I post. Like today, I actually put an Anglers Tribe video on Prepper Tribe. Yeah. Because I just think sometimes a little relaxation, and I'm not trying to plug the video. You want to watch it. You don't. Whatever. But seriously, man, that's why I do what I do. Like, I lost 4 or 5 subs when I posted that to Prepper Tribe. Really? And I know there's a few people like, I ain't here for that shit. I ain't following no more. I want prepper shit. I want fucking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's why I said peace. Because I know there's somebody out there that clicked on that and was like, man, what a refreshing break. I don't have to hear about the world ending. I don't have to hear about Biden's bullshit or a war in Russia, man. I can just see the water and see the fish.
Videos? What is these videos?
Anglers Tribe, baby. Anglers Tribe.
I hadn't seen it. What is this? I hadn't seen any of this, man. What's these relaxing
shit? You seen the motherfuckers?
I was the first one posting a lot of times, man.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I love some fishing stuff, man. Dude, I'm telling you, man. And dude, that cart was motherfucking slamming, bro. I sit and tried to think of, man, how could I use that for my application? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's sweet as hell. But
I know I seen them big ass balloon wheels. I was like, what the hell is he got going? He's like pushing a whole fucking house down the beach and shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Motherfucker captured one of them old school big cargo planes, with them big balloon wheels and shit. He stole that shit, man. He didn't buy that shit.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Gotta do it.
It's a base over there close to him. I'm just saying,
But like, for anybody who clicks on a video, and if somebody does something like that, like they put up something different, or they're not sticking to the norm, maybe you should follow them a little bit more, because you never know what they might be able to do. And I ain't trying to shit on. I mean, follow what you want, do what you want, but
I am watching somebody that's only doing the same shit over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
See ya.
Question that shit. Because
I'm out.
You're taking shit that's going to save your fucking life potentially from somebody you ain't got any single idea about, except for what they're telling you on that screen. You ain't seeing them in no other kind of way other than, hey, you should buy this, or look, this is coming. Just another news story. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't put your life in the hands of people that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It comes back. You got to know people when they're happy, when they're mad, when they're fucking obnoxious. All these things, because that's who they really are. Anybody can tell you anything on a screen, and just because you agree with it doesn't mean y'all are right. Just because people got 100,000, 1 million fucking subs don't mean they're right. That just means there's a lot of goddamn sheep in this world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man,
it's got to be more than face value. You know what I'm saying? Do your homework on people that you expect to save your fucking mind.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a problem with, look, if someone puts you know, a bunch of prepping videos, and they're telling you get this and get that and get this, you know, cool, man, you know, but understand that you know how someone preps in Alaska, for instance, you know, or Canada, or you know what I'm saying, New
Yeah.
York, how someone
Maryland.
preps Maryland, you know, how someone preps up there ain't necessarily the way I need to prep. You know, there can be some good ideas there, and some okay, well, I see what he's saying here. I need to do it, you know, do this though, you know, because you know what I mean. But yeah, yeah, don't be a sheeple, man. Don't just follow, you know, along. I mean, learn the shit yourself, you know, and understand, you know, because there for a long time, even, you know, people were talking about seeds and stuff, you know, man, it's seeds, you know, buy seeds, and people were just running out and buying seeds, and then they was like, well, I tried to grow some and they won't grow, and well, they bought the seeds for the wrong region. You know, some shit will grow some places and some places it won't, you know. So you know, don't just hear, you know, what someone says, you know, listen, and then do your own research and figure out what's best for you.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, man, I've seen on many channels. They can, it would be real. It wouldn't be that hard to, you get into YouTube, probably take you about a year, and you could figure out the little tricks to where you could blow up a channel real quick. You know what I'm saying? Only thing, you know, you go along to get along, you know, become part of the mob, and you go to all the big channels and you kiss their ass, and some of them don't want their ass kissed. You know what I'm saying? Some of them can't stand it. I know, I'm like angry. I get the feeling from him, like if you start kissing his ass, man, he automatically don't want nothing to do with your ass. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, you just come in, drop your little 10-minute videos every day, kiss the big dog's ass, get them to back you up, agree with everything they said. Don't do it. What I'm asking is, anybody out there that's trying to do a channel, don't get in this game to just try to be a YouTuber, and try to do your own thing. Change the game. Come up with your own shit. I know times are hard and people need money and shit, but if you get on YouTube to just make money, then you're going to just fucking ruin the whole prepping community more and more and more.
Yep.
Because if that's all that's coming in, and it's just going to be the same old shit with every fucking body that comes in, then this community ain't going to be shit, man. These motherfuckers need a motherfucker like me. You know what I'm saying? Because we bring the heat. You know what I'm saying? We bring the heat. I don't give a fuck. We can have 50 in the chat. I'm good with it. We brings the heat, Jack. And don't be scared to speak up. I mean, if these motherfuckers out here, don't be scared to throw a little criticism out there. It ain't drama. Don't be scared to say something you don't agree with, something that a motherfucker says because they got 100,000 subs and shit. If they real men, they can handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers come at me all day long and say something. You know, if you a real motherfucker, you ain't worried about that shit. They're not gonna. Some of them might, you know, not fuck with you anymore. But hey, that should give you a lesson right there. Maybe you don't need to be around motherfuckers like that anyway.
Right.
And that goes for life. This is life too. Press one. I'm with y'all. Bring the heat.
Yeah, I will say some channels there's a distinction, because I know when we first started this shit, like, man, we're going on 2 years, man. It's crazy, man. It's always been the same thing, to where I made myself a squirrel. What the hell? My bad.
2 years. 2 years. We've been at it 2 years.
No, that's what made me go squirrel.
Oh shit!
Bring it back, Hutch.
Now you really made it go squirrel.
Right? Y'all don't.
It's like double squirrel, double squirrel, double squirrel.
It was basically about if you're gonna actually find the community, then you've got to invest in the people. You know what I mean? A lot of these people will sit out there and they'll preach how to do mags and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And but they won't actually put in the work to show you. You know what I mean? So I will say, all of our channels, I do believe, I mean, like, we fuck with y'all in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We interact with you. And so it's not just because it used to be, hey, I found it. It used to be, this isn't real life. This is just, we're just talking on a black screen. But
not when you connect like us.
Saying we've evolved past that to where we're building actual community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're actually interacting with these people. Like we're talking to some people on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. You know what I mean? Phone numbers, emails. Like we're learning things about people's actual families and what's going on in their lives, and we're giving that information out too to some people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's no longer a black screen kind of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're trying to evolve into real life. That way it actually means something. That way 20 years down the road, it's, hey, we were family or a real community, not just, I used to follow this guy, you know what I mean? Or I used to watch this, you know what I mean?
Man, sometimes when I get done a live stream, Hutch, you can ask Niecy. I'll look over at Niecy and be like, hey, was Monique in there? Yeah. You know, was Hudao around? And it's the truth. It's because I'm thinking about y'all. And if I didn't see y'all in the chat, I'm just wondering if I just didn't see y'all or if y'all was there. Like, I be missing motherfuckers. Like, and I know it's just a chat on YouTube, but it's not like that because we all real people. And we get to speak to each other in this motherfucker, man. We really get to get our points across, even when we argue and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You become you grow relationships, whether it's a chat relationship, you never seen their face or nothing. I respect you as a human being. And you respect me as a human being. That's why you always hang out with me. So I feel you, man. I feel you 1,000%, Hutch.
I'm glad we have this, man. The time period that we're in. Seriously.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. Because if if we didn't have this, it'd just be my crazy ass just going crazy over here, just stacking to the rafters, thinking that I'm the only person preparing for the end of the world. WROL. Yeah. So I'm glad.
See, that's what it is. Like, it's hard out there in the real world. Like, I've heard everybody say, like, oh, I can't find a mag. Where do I start looking for a mag? I can't find a single person that's like-minded or agrees with what I say. That's why we're here. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the balls enough to say, fuck it all. This is what we're doing, and this is how we're doing it. If you don't like it, kick rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what people need is enough people to stand up in real life. Say, no, this is who I am. Fuck you, deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's the YouTube thing, because I almost went squirrel too. The YouTube thing, like, honestly, the last 12 or 14 videos I've done, I didn't monetize anything, man. It's just like I was like, man, it's like a $1.50 or something on each. And I was like, I didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not really why I'm. Yes, I do. But you're gonna make me go squirrel.
Go squirrel.
Fuck.
My bad. That's Squirrel's fault.
No, I'm just saying. It's like that's not why I ever came to YouTube. And I just wanted to hang out and meet people and have a place to sit and shoot the bull, man, and talk shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
And cuss a motherfucker out if he needs it, or her. It don't make a shit. Women's rights. I'm all for women's rights. You get cussed out equally. I'm just saying.
No doubt.
Ain't no discrimination over here.
Right.
Everybody gets treated exactly the same.
Hey, man. So World War III is this shit gonna heat up more? Is it gonna get more intense? Think Europe's gonna be in a real physical war in the next couple months? 6 months? Year? Like really fighting Russia, or you think it's gonna die down?
See, I'm kind of caught because if Trump does win in 24, China ain't gonna do a goddamn thing to Taiwan.
Yeah.
So it comes down to, can China do whatever they want to do to? If I'm saying trigger words, my bad. So if those people
I'm listening.
do something, you know what I mean, in the next 2 years before that can happen, I could see yes, because they'd have to escalate it so far, because Trump would be the wild card. You know how much shit would stop if Trump was in office?
Yeah.
Or how much shit never took place if Trump was in office?
Bro, he just gave a rally. He said all that shit. I'm listening. Go ahead.
So that's why I'm kind of torn. I was like, I know it's coming, but is it going to be in 23 or is it going to be in 29? You know what I mean? It's one of those things.
Gotcha. Uh-huh.
I think we're headed for some shit, man. This November election, all the shit that's gonna go down, man. And another thing is, and I know I've said this before, but I think this winter is going to be really hard on a lot of folks. And it's going to be hard on folks in other areas, Germany, UK, them not getting as much gas and oil and shit like that. Like, you think you can't afford gas money? Wait till you got to put 100 gallons of K1 in your tank outside to heat your house, and you ain't got $1,000 to do it with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's going to get steep this winter, man. This might be what I'm thinking in my prepper mind. This could be the worst winter I've ever had since I've been alive. And I've been through some rough, poor ass winters. But I think, and it may not be as hard on me, but it's going to be hard on me mentally a lot because I know I'm going to see it. I know I'm going to hear it. I know I'm going to, you know what I mean? There's going to be people I know that's going to go through it. It's going to be rough, man. It's going to be rough. And it's going to be rough on us, too. I mean, I can't afford the shit that's going on. I'm not rich. I know y'all think I live on some. I rent a house. You know, I rent this motherfucker, man. My big fucking thing is making a fishing cart. I'm almost 50, man. I should be buying cars and shit. Like, I'm fucking building up fishing carts with spare parts around my house. I ain't got no fucking money. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be rough.
Hey, go ahead. Hush.
I ain't got no solar shit like Josh has with his rich motherfucking ass. He got 14 different battery charging station solar panel.
I don't know.
Got 47 guns in the house. Motherfucking lucky ass.
He telling everything, Josh. What else he got in there, Tribe? What else he got, man?
I don't have nothing.
He's like, I ain't got nothing, man.
That's payback, man. That's payback. Because on the last live, he was like, nah, Tribe, you got a lot of shit. I seen it on the videos. You got a ton of shit in there. I was like, man, I ain't got shit. What the hell are you talking about, man? I ain't showing you nothing no more, man.
You have so much storage. You have nothing to worry about for this winter. Or the next 2 or 3 winters, bro. You're straight.
But not when it comes to heat. You can only store so much kerosene on a rental property. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's why I say, man, you know, all this prepping and stuff everybody's doing, talking about food and water and, you know, man, I'm telling you, if you live in anywhere where it gets very cold, you know, because I know, you know, down south of me, it don't get real cold a lot of times, you know, but I'm just saying, if you live somewhere where you can get some damn real, you know, 28, 26 degree nights and shit, you know, I've seen it's been down to 0 here where I live, you know, many times. And you know, spend some of your preps on getting you some type of fireplace set up. And if you ain't got very much money, they sell what's called 55-gallon barrel fireplace kits. And it's you don't even have to get a food grade barrel or nothing like that. You can go find one of these cheap $25 just plain old barrel. And they sell a kit, and you can actually set that kit up and you can install it in your house.
Hell no.
Yes.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Inside.
Yeah.
That's the house that we had up on the lake before we moved down here. It was a 2,200 square foot, and that's what we had was a 55-gallon drum. Yeah. And it was at the time it was a $45 for the kit, the door, the pipe hole, and the leg.
No.
And you put it together, boom, instant fireplace.
Yes.
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Out of the house.
Dude, our deer camp, man. Growing up, my family's deer camp. That's what we had was a 55-gallon. The whole time I went to deer camp there, man.
I'm on it.
That's how we heated the big camp house, man.
Oh, they've even got the fancy to where you could stack them 2 or 3 high to catch the smoke. That way, the top 2 acts as a radiator to catch the heat from the smoke.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got I seen this one deal this dude had made where he took this piece of metal and put it on top so it would be flat, you know, and you know the top of that drum gets so hot it heats that metal up, and you know you can cook on it and shit. You know, if you get the right kind of metal and put it on there, you can cook right on top of that shit, like a griddle or whatever you call it, you know.
I'm ordering tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm being serious, man.
Me too. Appreciate that. All right.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we at the 2 hour mark, y'all. 1 minute 59, 1 hour 59 minutes and 34 seconds.
Hey, can I just say this real quick? Just to go back to what Hutch was saying. Hutch, this is what I got from you, brother. Like the therapist be like, so what I heard you say is that Trump could be the deciding factor. I could be wrong. He could be the deciding factor as to whether or not we go into World War III now or in 2020.
Or
No.
2028.
Yeah, Hutch said something like that.
2027.
29.
Yeah. One person can make that. You know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to hear that. That's all I'm saying.
Much love, Monique. Much love. That's facts. Well, I said earlier, that's facts.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, we had to 2 hour. Go ahead, backwards. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was agreeing. Just saying, y'all. You know, just agreeing. Yeah, go ahead, man.
No doubt. But 2 hour mark. We come at y'all again really soon. Hope y'all had a good time, man. I had a great time. I appreciate y'all fellas coming up. Appreciate the mods. Appreciate all y'all in chat. Appreciate y'all, man. I mean, it's nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love. Stay hard. Stay safe.
I missed y'all, Hutch. Backwoods. I missed y'all, man.
Me too, man. Me too.
Yeah.
We'll get it in, y'all. All right, I'm gonna hit this on the way out. So y'all got a little something.
All right, fam.
Find something.
And don't play that